Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be customizing the Vapid FMJ in GTA Online. Now this thing has become a removed vehicle from GTA Online, meaning you can no longer purchase it at regular times, but this week of course it is available within the LS car meet. So I decided it was time to give it a new customization because the last one that I did is over 2 years old. So I figured it was time. Let's go ahead and hop inside the vehicle and then hop into Los Santos Customs and see what we can actually do to this vehicle. If I do remember correct, there's not a whole lot that you can do, but there's a few things, so that's good. And then of course we're going to take it outside and actually review the vehicle. But anyway, let's go ahead and start off with the armor. We're going to go all the way up on that. For the brakes, we're going to go all the way up on those as well. For the bumpers, we do have a primary color trim. We also have a matte black trim or a carbon fiber splitter. I'm kind of a fan of just the stock front bumper, honestly. I feel like it's pretty cool looking, so and maybe we can do something with the secondary color, so we'll just leave it alone. EMS level 4 though we will go for sure. For the lights, we will also add xenons onto it, and then we also will put the neon kit on just to lower the center of gravity and make it a little bit better in the handling department. So we'll do that. Yellow and black for the plate for sure. For the respray, last time I actually customized the car, I do believe I did go for my crew color. However, this time I definitely don't want to. I'm thinking of going for something a little more classic. I was thinking of maybe like a Mariner blue or a Saxon blue, because those are very Ford colors, and this thing is based off of the newest generation Ford GT. But it seems kind of basic to me at the same time, so I'm almost thinking of going for some sort of a brown, and I know that's kind of weird. A lot of you guys are probably not going to really love that, but I feel like this thing does actually look really good in some of these browns. As I was scrolling through, I actually kind of just got the idea, and I don't know, honestly, I feel like it looks kind of good. So I mean, maybe I'm tripping though. Maybe I'm tripping. Let's go through all the colors. Let's see what's up. Maybe something like a shadow silver or something like that. I could kind of see that maybe looking good. That actually does look pretty good. I think I'm gonna go for shadow silver. And then what about the pearlescent though? What if I went for more of a sort of blue pearlescent on it, like a Mariner blue? Mariner blue looks pretty good. Let's do it. Now for that secondary color, this does do this front piece right here. I'm almost wondering about doing it in like a yellow or something like that. I feel like that could look kind of good, but at the same time it kind of looks like trash maybe a little bit. Oh no, it's got some yellow accents though. Brake calipers are yellow and the interior stitching is also yellow. I'm not gonna lie, I don't hate that actually. What if we did it in like a blue of some sort though? What if we did, we could do it in a Saxon blue, or we could do it in a Mariner blue as well. That could be kind of cool. You know what, let's do it in a Mariner blue. Why not? Why not? We'll try to accent the car nicely. Now we also have the roof scoop upgrade we can go for here. We also have that secondary color GT scoop. I might actually go ahead and add that on low key. It doesn't match with anything other than just the front bumper and the calipers and stuff, but I've never gone for a secondary color on this thing that's different from the primary, and I actually kind of feel like this works. So I'm gonna go for that. I feel like that actually looks quite nice, so we'll do that. Now we also have some spoiler options here. I think I'm gonna go for the low level spoiler, but at the same time, the high level spoiler is kind of interesting. I've definitely never gone for an enhanced GT spoiler on this thing, and I don't plan to start now. So I will go for the low level spoiler on here. For the suspension, I am gonna lower it all the way down. I think I might as well. Transmission, we will go all the way up on that, and of course the turbo tuning. Let's go ahead and throw that on the vehicle. Now, we do have some new types of wheels since I customized this vehicle last, like the Forged Star, for example, or the modern mesh wheels. Do like both of them. The Forged Star, though, do look really nice, and I think I'm actually going to go for those right off the bat. I think they just look so good. For the wheel color, I think I'm going to do a black steel because I feel like that just kind of accents everything else pretty nicely. So we'll go for that. Bulletproof the tires for sure. Window tint, we'll do a dark smoke on here for today, and I'm pretty happy with how this has actually come out. I feel like this is better than I was expecting. So anyway, we're gonna go outside now. We're gonna do a sound test, of course, and then we're gonna get into the full review on the Vapid FMJ. And of course, this thing is on sale this week, so I'm gonna give you my thoughts on the sale as well as the regular price of the car. But before we get into that, let's take a listen to the exhaust. Okay, so it sounds, I mean, all right. It's really nothing special. It kind of reminds me of the Progen Tyrus, I do believe it is. I feel like that sounds very similar to this car. As you probably saw there when I was doing the sound test, I did spin the vehicle out a little bit, and that is a kind of common theme, unfortunately, with the Vapid FMJ. It's a cool car, it's an awesome car, I do like it a lot, but it does tend to have a slight issue with spinning out. It is rear wheel drive only, which is something to note for sure, so definitely keep that in mind, absolutely. But the FMJ is on sale this week. It's going for $1,225,000, down from its regular price of, I believe, $1,750,000. So not a bad discount by any stretch, and it's, well, honestly, not an unreasonable price for the car, but at the same time it kind of is, because this thing's in the supercars category and it's not really anywhere close to the top of the class. So that is something to keep in mind for sure when you're looking into buying this car. And of course, if you are looking and it's just been added back during some random update week, because it is removed, of course, like I said at the start of the video, if it's added back at full price, I would say this is a car that you're probably not going to want to purchase, just simply based on like how good the car is for the money. I don't really think it's worth it. However, it's, as you know, unjustifiable when it is on sale. Like when it's on sale, you can kind of justify it a lot more. For $1,225,000, like, it's not a horrible price to pay for what you're getting in return. This car is fun, it is fast, it's good to drive, it's just not going to win you any races. So it really depends if you want a car for free mode or if you want a car for racing. If you want a car for racing, do not buy this thing. You will be disappointed and you will lose races. But if you just want it as like a driver's car or something to look at in your garage, customize, take out once in a while, I think the FMJ is actually a pretty decent car for that type of thing. Now, it does have pretty good handling despite the rear wheel drive. It does feel like it has fairly high downforce actually, which is pretty cool. And I don't really remember the FMJ kind of feeling like this, but around these corners it does feel really good. Now, it also feels really light, and that is kind of where the oversteer comes in, I think, with this vehicle. When it does oversteer, it's just the rear end lifts off the ground, basically is what it is, I think, and you will kind of tend to lose control with it. But for the most part, it does feel pretty planted when you get up to these higher sort of speeds, so that is something to keep in mind as well for sure. Overall, the FMJ is a pretty decent car. Now, like I said, I would not buy it at its full regular price, despite it being a removed vehicle. However, for $1,225,000, it's kind of hard to say, like, don't buy it, but at the same time, it's hard to tell you to buy it, because unfortunately, for that price, you can get some pretty heavy hitter cars. For example, you could get two Pegassi Toros, which are like the, some of the fastest SUV class vehicles in the game. For $1.2 million, you're barely off of a Pegassi Tempesto, which will outperform this thing easily and looks better, arguably, and has a little bit more in the way of customization too. So it's really hard to justify this car. I do think it does have a place in GTA. I do think that you should probably own one at some point or another. And if you are going to buy it, I would definitely do it while it's on sale. Please, I would never say to buy this car when it is not on sale though, because the regular price on this thing is just super unjustified. Like, it's way too much money for what you're actually getting in return. Anyway guys, that's pretty much all I have to say about the Vapid FMJ in today's customization and review. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you learned something, a like is of course appreciated. If not, dislike. Consider subscribing to my channel if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.